Welcome to Stoic Daily Stoicism. If you give me just 2 minutes, I'll shift the way you see women forever. Right now, you don't see her clearly. You're looking at her surface, her smile, her style, her beauty, her attitude, the little games she plays. You see the outside, but underneath that surface is something far more powerful, something invisible, something she doesn't even know controls her. Most men think attraction is about being tall, rich, or charming. They chase. They impress. They try to prove their worth. And then when she pulls away, they're left confused, asking what went wrong. Here's the truth. A woman is moved by forces she can't explain: subconscious triggers, hidden desires, psychological gaps, and emotional blind spots. Once you learn how these forces work, everything changes. You stop reacting. You stop chasing. You stop overthinking. Instead, you begin to lead. You begin to attract without effort. And that's the moment the dynamic flips. Because now, you're no longer just another man. You're the one she can't stop thinking about. The one who quietly takes control without ever raising his voice. The one who feels unshakable, grounded, and rare. And listen carefully, this isn't about manipulation. It's not about games. It's about seeing reality for what it is. It's about becoming a man who understands what actually works. Instead of what society tells you should work, it's about becoming the kind of man she craves without even knowing why. Before we dive deeper, do something important right now. Hit that like button to let the algorithm know you're one of us. Subscribe and join this movement of men who are mastering themselves. And comment below. I'm ready to make her crave me. Say it out loud. Own it. Because once you claim it, this video won't just inform you, it will transform you. Let's begin. Weakness number 1, the temptation of the unknown think. About this for a second, have you ever noticed how the quiet guy in the room, the one who doesn't speak much, who seems almost detached, somehow draws the most attention without even trying? That isn't an accident. That's the power of mystery. Mystery sparks curiosity. Curiosity creates attraction. Attraction, when left unsolved, creates obsession. Women are naturally pulled toward the unknown, toward the man who doesn't put all his cards on the table, the one who makes her wonder, why hasn't he replied yet? Why does he seem close, yet distant? What's his story? What's he hiding? She doesn't realize it, but in those silent moments of wondering, you've already stepped into her mind. And once you're in her thoughts, you're already halfway into her heart. Now, here's where most men fail. They believe the key to connection is transparency. They overshare. They reveal too much too soon. They think that pouring out their soul will make her feel closer. But here's the truth. Connection doesn't come from exposure. A woman doesn't want a finished book. She doesn't want every detail handed to her in the first chapter. She wants a page turner, a slow burn, a man she has to earn piece by piece. That's why oversharing kills attraction. It removes the thrill. It removes the tension. It makes her feel like she's already figured you out, and once she does, she loses interest. So what's the move? Hold some things back. Not as a game, but as a discipline. Protect your presence. Speak less, mean more. Let your words carry weight, not filler. Sometimes show up. Sometimes disappear. Your absence should feel just as powerful as your presence. Let her wonder. Because when she's chasing answers, she's really chasing you. Here's a real-world example. 2 men meet the same woman at a party. The first man showers her with attention, tells her everything about his life. His goals, his fears, his past relationships. Within 30 minutes, she feels like she's read his entire story. The second man, he listens more than he speaks. When he does talk, his words are deliberate. He doesn't explain everything. He leaves spaces, pauses, unanswered questions. She walks away from him, curious. She can't stop replaying the conversation in her head. Guess which man she thinks about later that night? Not the one who gave her everything. The one who gave her just enough. That's the temptation of the unknown. When you stop trying to prove yourself and start living in quiet mystery, you create a gravity that pulls her in. And here's the secret most men will never understand when she's chasing mystery. She's chasing you. If this kind of subtle power resonates with you, tap like right now. Subscribe if you believe mystery is not your weakness, it's your edge. And drop this in the comments. The less she knows, the more she wants.